Hey everybody, I want to thank you all in advance for tuning into my show, Juicing with Jade. Here is where I show you how to incorporate freshly squeezed juice into your daily routine and your daily lifestyle. How did I do that right? Hey everybody, I want to thank you all in advance for tuning into my show, Juicing with Jade. Here is where I show you how to incorporate freshly squeezed juice into your daily meal plan and lifestyle. It doesn't matter if you're on keto, if you're a vegetarian, or if you eat a standard American diet, I still have a juice for you. So if you find the information in this episode useful, please give it your full approval by hitting the like and subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you'll know whenever I drop a new episode. And if you'd like to see more programming by me, please leave me a comment below, send me an email, or you can go old school with it and write me a letter. Either way, I want to hear from you. Open up that description box below to get more information about this particular episode, any associated links, and other ways to contact me. And lastly, don't be all stingy trying to keep me to yourself. Share this episode. And again, I thank you and appreciate you for all of your support. And now that we're done with the business, let's have some fun by incorporating some fresh juice in our life, which is going to get us into balance and is also going to help eliminate some disease. What I have for you today in this episode is a super green juice. This green juice is a little different than the green juice that I made for my keto friends. That particular juice was more carbohydrate conscious, so we were limiting the amount of carbohydrates that was included in that particular juice. So this particular juice, we're being a little bit more liberal with our carbohydrates because this is a juice for anyone who's not counting their carbs, because we are adding apple to this particular green juice, as well as a little bit more lemon and lime. I pulled out my Big Daddy here, my old school Jack LaLanne juicer for those heavier juicing jobs. And I'm going to get started. I'm going to turn the juicer on. It's probably going to be a little bit loud, so I'm sorry about the noise, but I'm going to start with some juicier fruits first, just to kind of prime the juicer, and then I'll get into the greens a bit more. So these are the ingredients for the green juice that we're going to make. And actually, this is what I call my Get Your Life green juice, because whenever I've been doing too much of proteins or carbs or other fun treats and sugars that I like, and I need to, get myself back in balance, I always go to this green juice. And so what it has, and actually there's variations of this juice, but what this one is that I'm going to make for you all is a supercharged green juice. It has green apples, so we got a little bit of tart. We have dandelion for all of its antioxidants and super minerals. We have fennel for its earthiness, lemon lime for the acid and astringents. We have ginger for its anti-inflammatory. We have some cucumber as well as celery for hydration and sodium. We do have some parsley and cilantro for its detoxifying abilities and freshness. And it also gives it a little extra spice or flair. Then in the back there we have some spinach. It is noisy. Hey guys, I had to pause my juicer because it did stop for a second. I think I was overpowering it too much, but I am going to continue with the process. I just wanted to let you guys know how far I've gotten so far. So as you see, I have this little strainer here. I like to strain my juice like with this type of strainer when it's coming out of the Jack LaLanne. Some of you have probably seen me juice with my masticator, and I don't always use this type of strainer with that. Only because it juices it a little bit finer. So I don't necessarily have to use the strainer. So what I'm going to do, hopefully not make a mess. I had a little garbage in here somewhere. Disposable bag. So I'm going to take some of this juice that I've already juiced and just put it in my jar to make room for more juice, because we still got a little bit more juice to go. So I hope you can see how beautiful that looks. All that chlorophyll, and it smells amazing. That ginger, the cilantro, the parsley, as well as the celery. It's just bananas in here. and I had vegetables going everywhere. So let me just empty this strainer in this little bag. Sorry if you're looking at the top of my head about all the extra noise, but I want to get that back on there, and so we can continue this process, because we're almost done. Like I said before, it is a labor of love. You have to really enjoy juicing. When you want to get a little bit healthier, and if you want to get your life, you have to enjoy doing this. And I do. I enjoy juicing. I enjoy making juice for my family. I enjoy making juice for my co-workers as well. Some of you may already know that I am a cardiac nurse. I've been a cardiac nurse for over 20 years. Whoops. And sometimes, you know, I'll take my juice to work, and people will ask what kind of juice I got, and, ooh, can I make them some? I'm like, yeah, I can make you some at a cost. But no, I do like to make juice and give it to my family. And also, I like to make homemade almond milk, like coconut almond milk is very delicious. So maybe I'll do an episode on that, if some of you might be interested in doing that. And, sorry about any splashes. If you all have any suggestions or questions in terms of juices that you might have always wanted to make but never was able to do, just send me some suggestions, and maybe I can get that made for you and make a video especially for you for that particular juice. I know some people, you know, wonder, like, where are you getting certain herbs from, like the fennel and sometimes dandelion. Everyone doesn't have that in their area. Oops. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause this Jack LaLanne because it's getting a little finicky right now. And as you know, I always try out my juice when I first make it, even though it's not quite cold. It's still room temperature, but I'm still gonna try it out because I like it when it's first juice. However, I do make several juices at a time, and I refrigerate them, and I have other juicing jars that I use with nice sealed tops on them, so that way when I do make the juice nice and fresh, it doesn't get oxidized. And I actually can leave my juice in there as long as I don't open it for a week, and it's still very delicious and very fresh. And the reason I want to share that with you all is because there's certain grocery stores that sell freshly pressed juice as well, and their expiration date, which they put in tamper proof and leak proof containers, which have a nice little seal on it, but their expiration dates from the time that they make the juice and bottle it is like a month. So I'm like, I know if I make my juice, jar it, seal it with a tamper proof and leak proof container, glass container, and put it in the refrigerator, it'll last. And I will have to tell you, just from my own experience, when I open it, it's just as fresh as I just pressed it that day. But the rule of thumb is to always try to juice and drink, because that's the ultimate amount of freshness that you're gonna get from your juices. But we have busy lives. Everyone cannot juice every day. Even I don't juice every day. I'll take a day and I'll juice, and then I'll bottle it, and then I'll have a few to drink like over like the next 2 or 3 days, and then I'll juice again, just to get a little bit more balance and not have to clean this puppy every single day. It makes it a challenge, especially since in our lives we do other things. We work, and some of us have children, we have pets, we have spouses, and this is the ultimate. There are other juices that we can incorporate, but this has all those extra nutrients, like that potassium that we need for blood pressure regulation, and that extra celery and cucumber for the hydration, especially for someone who doesn't drink a lot of water. So I'm going to try this. Pulp. Oh, this smells so delicious. So here's to all my friends out there. Here is a Get Your Life green juice to get your life in order and in balance, and minimize some of that disease we got going on, because we all have ailments. If we just admit it, we do. But this will help combat that. Doing this on a regular basis, regularly drinking and consistently drinking freshly squeezed juice will help minimize and even eliminate disease. Here's to you. Ooh wee! This is what you want. This right here, this sip. Wait a minute, hold up. When I say perfect, I am in love with myself in this moment. This green juice is perfect. It's not too tart, it's not too sweet, it's not too bitter. It's just layers and layers of flavor. It's energizing. It makes me feel good and alive. You gotta check this out. Check this juice out. I'll have the recipe in the description box below. For this particular juice, I did use 2 celery stalks, but celery bunches, but normally I only use 1. But you could adjust this recipe however you like to your own taste buds. But hit me up in the comment section. Let me know that you made it or that you're planning to make it, and maybe we can talk about differences in our recipes and the juice recipes and how we like to do it for our families and ourselves. So talk to you guys soon. See you in the next episode. Bye.